And if you come up and transparently pour your heart and say, you know, I messed up in this, imagine the healing that takes place in that for others. Just the grace that I feel there's more grace in that than instead of trying to cover it up. And years later, they find out, you know, something like that. So practical ways, I think transparency is very important. The church, I think, should address scandals immediately, acknowledge the wrongdoing, and take swift corrective action. I like what you were saying earlier, Chandler. Yeah, so I like, you know, he kind of addressed that very swiftly. Yeah. And I feel like there was a restoration that already took place in that.
Yeah.
Have open communication, accountability, we've talked about, and a commitment to change. The church talking about, you know, this happened, but we are going to change that, take preventative measures for the future. I mean, that just provides the congregation with like security. Okay, we have a path going forward. This happened, but you know, together we're going to get through this. We're going to go forward. Provide support for anyone that's affected by this.
I would say I would agree with you that a lot of the hurt, frustration, and pain that people would say, well, the church is hypocrites or they've been through a scandal, is not even just what actually happened. It's how it was handled.
Yeah.
And man, it's like once it's out in the open, especially, it's like, why are you trying to still cover it up?
First and foremost, I want to thank the guys over at Faith and Friction for this video clip. I agree with most of the points made. However, I do want to also add on that back in biblical days, the Pharisees were considered or were the heads of the churches, and we all know what they did to the Messiah. That said, we have to be held accountable. The heads of our churches need to be held accountable for their actions. We have elders within the churches that can approach the leads or the heads of the churches and counsel them and approach them, confront them. So that being said, they have to be held accountable. If you enjoyed this type of Christian content, I encourage you to follow and subscribe for more.